Who's there?
FBI, open up!
The Monroe Doctrine, or
Monroe document, I don't know.
is a foreign policy theory put forward by U.S. President James Monroe in 1823 and later expanded on at various times throughout history. First devised as a way to stop former colonial powers from meddling in continental American affairs, it has later taken a different meaning and has been used to justify U.S. intervention in Latin American politics, with the results we all know and love. Gunboat diplomacy, on the other hand, is usually used to refer to a specific period in Japanese history, but also has its root in Latin America. The idea is simple. You just take a bunch of ships with big guns, and you stack them on the coast of your adversary to strongly suggest they comply with your demands, or else... Ironically, gunboat diplomacy and the Monroe Doctrine are eerily intertwined. The former was used by European powers to force the payment of debts from newly independent states of the American continent when the US simply didn't have the military power to enforce the latter. This is a map of the coast of Venezuela during the Great Blockade of 1903. Does it look familiar? What I'm trying to get to is simple. While the US is expanding the Monroe Doctrine like never before, it is also doing so via a form of modern gunboat diplomacy, and so reviving a practice that was once seen as a relic of the past. This has massive geopolitical implications for the rest of us. First, the Trump administration feels clearly emboldened by its recent success and has started threatening countries like Colombia, Cuba, Mexico, and Greenland with the same fate. Second, yesterday on CBS's Face the Nation, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said this.
In the 21st century, under the Trump administration, we are not going to have a country like Venezuela in our own hemisphere, in the sphere of control and the crossroads for Hezbollah, for Iran, and for every other malign influence in the world. That's just not going to exist.
These statements are an implicit acknowledgement that if the US should have its own reserved sphere of influence, then other big powers should too. It echoes Russian sentiments toward Ukraine and Eastern Europe, for instance, but also questions the willingness and the ability of the US to defend its interests in the Pacific against China, notably in Taiwan. Finally, we can only wonder what's in store for Africa, Europe, or Southeast Asia in this realignment. Put aside or straight up vassalized. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments on this one. I'm gonna go back and make some tea.